And we're back for the Kiosk Presents. Busy day here at Airport Plaza Jewelers, the showroom, because it's the holiday season. And in the spirit of the holiday, we're here to talk about a really great event happening this Saturday, December 8th. It's called Feed the City, and I've got here with me the organizer of it, Gary Zoldos. Hi, Gary, how are you?
Good, Brian, how are you?
Good, thanks for joining us. We've got all kind of things we're going to do a little bit of show and tell with, because in addition to a great show with Ian Hunter, one of my favorite performers from all the way back in the 70s, 80s, 90s, a lot of great hits. And Gary's band, the Pillagers, is going to be playing, some other bands, but there is a magnificent rock and roll auction of all kind of autographed merchandise, guitars, et cetera, and we're going to show it to you today. Gary, tell us a little bit about Feed the City, the event itself. I know this is the second year, and what it does for the food bank.
Buffalo may be the greatest city in America, but it's also the third poorest. So I truly believe that people can make a difference if they choose to do so. So both myself and my Feed the City committee have all chosen to do so by raising money for the food bank of Western New York. Every dollar raised buys 7 pounds of food through Feeding America's network. There's 110,000 people that rely on the food bank for at least one meal per month.
Now last year, it was a great event. I was there. And how much money was raised, and how much did that actually provide for the food bank?
Last year we were able to raise over $30,000, which allowed us to buy over 200,000 pounds of food. It all went to local families in 4 local counties. So.
That's fantastic. And tell us a little bit about this year's show, because again, I'm excited about it because I've been a fan of Ian Hunter for 35 years, but what do you know about him, and tell us about some of his hit songs.
Well, Ian Hunter is the former lead singer of Mott the Hoople. They had great hits with All the Young Dudes, which is a classic. And then Ian had some solo songs also. He was the writer of Once Bitten, Twice Shy, which would later be a hit for Great White. He also had a hit with Just Another Night, a hit with Cleveland Rocks, which went into one of the TV shows. And we're looking forward to having him. His new album's called When I'm President, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, in fact, let's listen to a little bit of that song right now.
They're like thieves on the holy road, digging up the mother lode, like pirates on the open sea. They're like highway robbery, still winding out your brown eyes. Man up, you're ridiculous, and all you can take it with ya. So give a little extra. I'm gonna lean on the 1%. When I'm president, no more bargains in the basement. When I'm president, Washington, Jefferson, watch out, baby, 'cause here I come. Abraham, Theodore, you're gonna see my ugly mother on Mount Rushmore, yeah.
Also on the bill, Ruby Spirit, Breckenwood, and some other surprise guests, I hope.
Never know who's going to show up.
All right, good deal. Hey, let's talk about the items we've got here. We'll do a little show and tell, but first, I want to let everybody know, because Airport Plaza Jewelers, the showroom, has been getting behind some organizations during the holiday season, and we're definitely supporting Feed the City that's happening this Saturday night. What we're going to do is Thursday, this week, Thursday, December 6th, come down to the showroom. We're going to be open from 10 a.m. until 8 p.m., and everything that you see here in the showroom, 25% of all sales of the items that we've got here in the showroom will be donated to Feed the City to help the Food Bank of Western New York. So come on down, make sure this Thursday, write it in your calendar, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., right here at Airport Plaza Jewelers, the showroom, and you'll be helping out this great cause. Now, let's look at some of the items we've got here. I've had my eyes on that guitar. It's autographed, isn't it? What do we have here?
This guitar is autographed by all 5 members of the Tragically Hip.
Wow.
Gord Downey wrote "This Machine Feeds People" on there, and he drew a little heart and wrote the hip and then signed it.
Awesome.
Yeah, he's a big Buffalo supporter.
And also a big Buffalo supporter. And this is going to be one of the biggest auction items on Saturday night. It is a photograph by one of the most famous rock photographers there is, Bob Gruen. And what has he sent you this year? I know last year he sent something too.
He's not only a famous rock photographer, he would go on to become John Lennon's personal photographer. So this is a photo that he took of John at the Statue of Liberty. This would have been right around the time John got his green card also. And Bob signed it down here and dated it, and even wrote John Lennon, New York City, 1974.
And the cool thing, if we can get a close-up of this, down here, my favorite little part is there's a little sign here that says, "Keep off grass." But it's a wonderful photo. It's going to be up for auction on Saturday night. What else do we have? It's not all rock and roll.
No, we have a nice framed and signed print from Nick Wallenda of his Walk Over the Falls, which obviously was seen by millions of people on TV.
Oh, that was one of the biggest events this year in Buffalo, and we've got an autographed picture that'll go up. Also autographed by Wilco. Here, let's take a look at this.
Yeah, that's a poster. They sell these posters at their gigs. They don't often sign them. This was from the Newport Folk Festival, so that gives it a little bit of added significance.
Now, how do you get all these things? Who do you know?
Well, everybody on the committee is very good at networking, so that certainly helps. But most bands, you have to realize that just about every musician at one point in his life, has lived on mustard or mayonnaise sandwiches or whatever. So they know what it's like to be hungry. I mean, most musicians do. You have to make a lot of sacrifices to become a successful musician, which means doing without a lot. So
Sure.
this kind of hits a lot of musicians, the famous ones especially, right in the heart, and they see that it's for Feeding America, and they see that it's for the Food Bank of Western New York, and they want to help out. So, generally it just, you got to get the word out, you got to get your letters out to all the bands and their managers and their publicists. And
Well, you've done a heck of a job, and we're not done. Take a look at this. It'll just take a second to get it up, but
it's almost as big as you are, Brian.
ladies and gentlemen, this is a poster from the KISS tour. What year was this, Gary?
This would have
not
been
too
the
long ago.
reunion tour, probably around 97, I think, maybe.
Okay, maybe the late 90s or so, but I mean, this is all the original members of the band of KISS, and it's autographed by Paul Stanley, Peter Criss, and Gene Simmons. So you've got real hardcore fan interest in a poster like this.
Oh,
And that's going to
absolutely.
be for auction on Saturday night. And what have we not covered? I think the last but not least, latest and greatest.
That is a guitar signed by all three members of Rush.
And I'm touching it.
Yes, you are. And Neil Peart was the first to sign it, and he wrote, "Go Buffalo Food Bank" on here.
Cool.
And what's significant about that is that you won't often find all three signatures. You can usually find these two, but very rarely will you find Neil's as well. So we thank him for participating this year.
Yeah.
They
So
also just sent us a drum head, which we just literally got, so I don't have it with me today, but they sent us a custom signed drum head from this last tour.
So this is all just a small part of what's going to be available for auction on Saturday at the Town Ballroom. When do the doors open, Gary?
Doors open at 6. Breckenwood will be on around 6:20. Pillagers should be on around 8 o'clock, and Ian should be on around 9.
Perfect. And it's $28 in advance, so you can still get tickets in advance at the Town Ballroom, and $35, I believe, at the door, yes?
Correct.
All right, but it is all going to a really great cause, the Food Bank of Western New York. And Gary, we are so pleased that you were able to come and share all this with us today.
Well, thanks for having me.
And I encourage everybody, get out, see the show, great items to have super conversation pieces for your home from here on out. And I wish you the best of luck with it.
Thank you, Brian.
All right, thank you.